Okay. Hare Krishna, can you all see the screen?
Yes,
Yes.
Mataji.
You can see. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you all. Mama mana mandire rahani shadin Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Mama mana mandire rahani shadin Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Bhakti Priti Mala Chandan Tumaniyo Hiniyo Chitanandan Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari जीवन मरण तव पूजा निवेदन सुंदर ही मनहारी जीवन मरण तव पूजा निवेदन सुंदर ही मनहारी Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari 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 Yesho Nanda Kumara Nanda Kumara Habe Prema Pradeepe Arati Tomara Yesho Nanda Kumara Nanda Kumara Ab Prema Pradeepe Arati Tomara Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari नयन जमुना झरे अनिवार तोमार विरहे गिरिधारी नयन जमुना झरे अनिवार तोमार विरहे गिरिधारी कृष्ण मुरारी श्री कृष्ण मुरारी 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 बंधन गण तब बजूक जीवन कृष्ण मुरारी श्री कृष्ण मुरारी बंधन गण तब बजूक जीवन कृष्ण मुरारी श्री कृष्ण मुरारी कृष्ण मुरारी श्री कृष्ण मुरारी कृष्ण मुरारी श्री कृष्ण मुरारी मम मन मंदिरे रहनिश दिन कृष्ण मुरारी कृष्ण मुरारी कृष्ण मुरारी श्री कृष्ण मुरारी. So let's look at the translation. Mama mana mandire. Mama is me, my. Mana is heart. Mandire is temple. Okay, so making our hearts as Krishna Mandir. Okay, where Krishna resides and where we offer service to the Lord in that temple of heart. That is one line meaning of the bhajan. Okay, so please abide in the temple of my heart both day and night, O Krishna Murari, O Shri Krishna Murari. Okay. So we are requesting Krishna to reside in our hearts, okay, the temple of our heart, day and night, so that we can offer service to the Lord in His purest form. Devotion, love, flower garlands, and sandalwood. Please accept, oh, please accept them, delighter of the heart. In life or in death, I worship you with these offerings, beautiful one, O enchanter of the heart. Come, son of Nanda, and then, O son of Nanda, I will offer you Aarti ceremony with the lamplight of my love. The waters of the Yamuna river cascade incessantly from my eyes in your separation, O holder of Govardhan hill. May I pass my life absorbed only in songs of your praise, O Krishna Murari, O Krishna Murari. Such a beautiful bhajan which represents a pure devotee's love for Krishna, a pure devotee's um, desire to serve Krishna in different ways. So here, this line, I'll be offering you Aarti with the lamplight of my love. So beautifully the writer, the acharya who has written this bhajan is wonderfully explaining how he wants to serve the Lord and how much love he has, to serve the Lord. Okay, so let's begin with Varaha avatar. But before that, I want to hear from you about the previous avatar that we learned, Kurma avatar. A quick summary. Anybody wants to?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. This Kurma avatar is the second incarnation of Lord Vishnu, according to the story which we learned last time. That one day Durvasha Rishi was crossing the road and he saw Lord Indra. And in his gratitude, he gave him a garland. And this garland he put on the tusk of his elephant, but elephant just got distracted and threw it on the floor and just smashed it. With this, Durvasha Rishi got a little annoyed because this was the garland for worship of Lord Vishnu. So then he cursed Indra that he and other gods, they will be destroyed or they will be ruined. So with that, the Asuras, they became more powerful than these demigods, and they started making disturbance for the demigods. So then Indra and other demigods, they went to the Lord Vishnu and they requested him that to help him. So then Lord Vishnu asked them, gave them a suggestion, and that we will turn the ocean of milk and few things will come out, and then a nectar will also come out at the end of it, which you accept it.
Yeah.
But many things came out, like 9-10 things which you narrated last time came out, like poison, which Lord Shiva drank and in his throat. Then Surbi cow, which the great saints, they kept it for oblation of the Lord. Then horse, 7-headed flying horse, which was taken by Dr. not Mr. By Maharaja Bali. four-tusked elephant, which was given to the Lord Indra, and similarly, few more things came, and then Lakshmi ji came out of it, which Lakshmi ji accepted Lord Vishnu to, and one more Didda Lakshmi, which is Varuni, which is the Lakshmi of drinking, came. Yeah. If somebody wants to say further, I can stop it, but I can tell.
Anybody else wants to continue? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Uh,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Continue, please.
Hare Krishna. Then at the end, when the Dhanvantari got the nectar, in between that, it was snatched by the Asuras from the Dhanvantari, and in that way, that the nectar was going from the hands of the demigods. So there came, I forgot a little bit of it. They requested Dr. Lord Vishnu to help, and which came in the Mohini Avtara, and then which was very attractive goddess or lady, which attracted all the Suras, and they wanted to get attracted with her. So Mohini told the Asuras that I will give this nectar to everybody, but it start with the demigods. When it gave to all the demigods, in between this between who was sitting between moon and the sun?
Rahu.
I forgot. Rahu. Rahu was sitting in moon and the sun. He got the nectar, but then she cut the head of head of Rahu, and which is now we are seeing as a cliff because it became immortal.
Yeah. Why did it become immortal?
Because he took the nectar.
The head of Rahu touched the nectar. It was touched by nectar. So nectar makes things immortal. That's why Rahu's head became immortal. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Thanks a lot. And so the main thing, Kurmavatar, they were churning the ocean of milk, okay, with Mandara Hill as the churning rod. Mandara Hill needed support, okay, in order to get churned, but it was sinking, and that is the reason they all again prayed to Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu came in the form of Kurma, so that the Mandara Hill can rest on top of the shell of the tortoise, and then they all can churn. And they used Vasuki, the snake, as the churning, as the rope to churn the Mandara hill, and then as they churned the ocean of milk, as the on one side it was Asuras and one side it was Devatas, and as they churned, as the hill turned, it was giving a pleasure soothing sensation to the Lord, okay, because the Lord's shell was feeling the sensation of itch, okay, and they were all doing seva by churning the Lord. They were all churning the ocean of milk. They were all doing seva. They were all giving pleasure to the Lord. Okay, this is one of the main important point here, because Krishna came down in the form of tortoise, um, just to help all the devatas get nectar, and devatas won. So it was, the moral of the story is, even asuras had access to everything that devatas had access to, right? It was the same Vasuki, they were using, it was the same Mandara hill, they were using, they were churning the same ocean of milk, right? Everything came out, out of all that came out from the ocean, Asuras also had equal opportunity, right, access to it, and they also took few things. Even Devatas took few things from the ocean, but ultimately Devatas got the nectar. Asuras did not get the nectar because Devatas were fully surrendered to the Lord, right? Avashya Rakshabe Krishna. Whatever happens, Krishna will come and protect. That was the mindset Devatas had, and for every single thing, be it small, be it big, they were dependent on Krishna, right? For every single thing, they asked Krishna for help. They never, with mental concoction or anything as such, they did not depend on their own selves, okay, because they knew Krishna is the one who creates situations. If Krishna can give the has given the problem, solution is also given by Krishna himself. So Devatas were in full knowledge. So Krishna supports surrendered souls, Krishna helps surrendered souls, and Krishna makes sure he goes to any level, right? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, declare boldly, Arjuna, my devotees will never perish, right? And he is asking Arjuna to declare it boldly. Why? Because Krishna might give up his promise sometime, he might, break his promise, but he will make sure, he will go above and beyond to make sure he helps his devotees keep up his promise, right? Arjuna is a great devotee, that's why Krishna is like asking a devotee to declare boldly that Krishna's devotees will never perish, right? So uh, this is the moral of the story, that once we depend on Krishna, once we give our mind and body and everything of ours, Atma Nivedan, when we give ourselves to the Lord, Krishna becomes Bhakta Vatsala. He can be purchased by his devotees. He can go above and beyond any to any extent to protect his devotees and give the devotees what they want. Okay, so if had Asuras surrendered to Krishna, Asuras would have also got nectar probably, but they did not surrender, and they were not believing in, they believed in Krishna's ability, but they did not love Krishna and they did not depend on Krishna, right? That is the difference between a demon and a devotee. Okay, so that is the lesson we got to take back from Kurma Avatar. And now it is Varaha Avatar. Okay, so Varaha Avatar is, um, so we are slowly, the as we also, evolve as a living entity, starts its journey in this material world from aquatics, plants, insects, and goes on, right? And then finally it is beasts, and then it is a human form of life. So in the same way, if you see, Krishna also started from aquatic, right? Matsyavatar, it was the first one. Matsyavatar, aquatic species, and then Kurmavatar, and now we slowly entering the evolution. Okay, so Krishna is now come in the boar form. Okay, boar is what? Male pig. Varaha is male pig, that is boar, where the face is like a boar, okay, but the body, the hands and legs and all these belong to a human form. Okay, like Narasimha Avatar, the face is of a lion and rest body is of human form, like, right? So in the same way, even in Varaha Avatar, the boar incarnation of the Lord, the face of the Lord is it resembles a boar, but hands and legs and all that belongs to a human form. Okay, so slowly the incarnations are also evolving. Okay, yeah. So this happened in Satya Yuga. So in Satya Yuga, Varahadev and Hiranyaksha were on different planets. Okay, so what does this mean is there in Satya Yuga, good and bad were almost on different planets altogether. Okay, but as we move further, after Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, good and bad, was in different countries. No, Ravan was in Sri Lanka and Ram was in India, right? And then Dwapar Yuga, good and bad were in same families, right? But between same families of the same, I mean, the same family tree, but different people of the same family, right? Pandavas and Kauravas. And in Kali Yuga, both good and bad is said to be in a person's heart. No, that's why we do Daivasura Sampada Yoga in Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna explains the good qualities of of a person and the bad qualities of a person, right? And then we all understand nobody is good in this world, because all of us have at least one bad quality in us, right? Uh, so good and evil is in the same person when it comes to Kali Yuga, right? So that's why we say, and that's why Kali Yuga the lifespan of Kali Yuga is also very less, because when there is lot of bad, the lot of bad things cannot survive for long. Okay, that's why even our lifespans are reduced when we compare it to Satya Yuga. Anyway, so Varaha Dev, again, and Hiranyaksha was the demon that Varaha Dev killed. Hiranyaksha was in Patala Loka, right? Yeah, so we will begin with the Pranama, Dashavatara Stotra. It's a snippet. Okay. वसति दसन शिखरे धरणी तव लग्ना शशिनि कलंक कलेवनिमग्ना केशवधृता सुकररूपा केशवधृता सुकररूपा जय जगदीश जय जगदीश हरे. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of boar, all glories to you. The earth, which had become immersed in the Garbhodaka ocean at the bottom of the universe, sits fixed upon the tip of your tusk like a spot upon the moon. This is a one-line summary of Varaha Avatar. Okay, so Hiranyaksha had kidnapped Mother Earth and he had hidden it under the in the Garbhodaka ocean. Okay, so Garbhodaka ocean is the bottommost part of the creation where Garbhodakshai Vishnu lies down. Okay, it's just huge ocean of water. Okay, and so he had hidden it deep inside the Garbhodaka ocean. Okay, and it's in Patala Loka. Okay, even below Patala Loka. Okay, that's where Garbhodaka ocean lies. Okay, and why did Krishna come in the form of boar? Any idea why Krishna came in the form of boar here? Why not some other form? Hey Krishna, no idea. Why did Krishna come in the form of boar and not some other form?
No idea, madam.
No idea. Okay, so it's very simple. Like I already told you, Mother Earth was hidden deep inside the Garbhotaka ocean, which was even below Patala Loka, right? That means Patala Loka is full of dirt, right? All bad creatures, demons, asuras stay there. And even below that means it's a place of filth, right? Filth as in demoniac qualities are dominating there. So, what does a pig do? What does a boar do? It eats filth. It stays in dirty places. Yes. So it actually, Prabhupada says in the purport, pigs actually clean the surroundings we have, because by eating filth and dirt, it actually cleans. Okay, in the same way, Krishna came in the form of boar because he had to go down deep into a place of filth where Mother Earth was hidden, and that only boar does, right? Only boar or a pig has that capability to clear off filth or to go into the dirty places and stay there. So that's why Krishna came in the form of a boar. Okay, went deep inside Garbhodaka ocean, took the earth from a filthy place. Okay, how? Through the tusks, the boar's tusk. Okay, earth was sitting on the tusk. The Mother Earth did not even touch the skin of the boar. She was sitting only on the tusk of the boar, and he came up and then placed the earth in its orbit in the solar system. Okay, And then Varahadev also killed Hiranyaksha. Okay, so there are two forms that Varahadev exhibits. Okay, do you know? Anybody knows what are the two forms Varahadev exhibits? It's not just one form that we say, one direct form Varaha. No, there are two colors he exhibits during the Varahadev Leela. Anybody knows the two colors or the two forms Varahadev exhibits?
One color is like Krishna, bluish, or
Bluish, okay.
samla. Yeah,
Okay.
what else we say, samla. And other is the like the sanduri color, which is like Hanuman's color is there.
Okay. So the bluish color you were very near. It's called Shweta Varaha. Okay, Shweta is fully, white. So it's almost bluish but white. Okay, that is Shweta Varaha. And then that is by lifting the Mother Earth. And then Rakta Varaha is, as the name suggests, Rakta is red. Okay, so that is while killing Hiranyaksha. Okay, so two forms of Varahadev, Shweta Varaha and Rakta Varaha. Okay. Okay, so as usual, we've taken snippets from Bhagavatam, okay, to understand the appearance of Varahadev. Shri Shuka Uvacha Nishamya Vacham Vadato Muni Punyatama Nrapa Bhuya Prapacha Kauravyo Vasudeva Katadritaha. Shri Sukadeva Goswami said, O king, after hearing all these most virtuous topics from the sage Maitreya, Vidura inquired further on the topics of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which he adored to hear. What's happening here is, so Vidura, we all know Vidura, right? He comes in Mahabharata. He's one of the brothers, right? Dhritarashtra, Pandu, and Vidura. So Vidura is the youngest among the three brothers. Right now, Vidura, in his retired life, okay, after all the Mahabharata battle and all that, he walks out of the kingdom. Okay, he wants to he wants to get more of spiritual knowledge, so he walks out of the kingdom and he searches for spiritual knowledge. He travels to every pilgrimage place in India. Okay, all over the world he travels, and then finally he reaches he meets Maitreya Muni. Okay, Maitreya Muni is the spiritual master of Vidura. Okay, so he accepts Maitreya Muni as a spiritual master and starts inquiring about Krishna's pastimes and the path to salvation, okay, the moksha marga from Maitreya Muni. And that's why Maitreya Muni starts explaining everything about creation, Krishna's different incarnations, pastimes, okay, and how one can reach Krishna by hearing all these wonderful pastimes. Okay, so now so Vidura has been discussing with Maitreya Muni about a lot of incidents about Krishna, okay, including the creation, the universal form, everything. Now they move on to discuss about Varahadev. Okay, upon inquiry, Maitreya Muni starts explaining about the supreme personality of Godhead's other topics or incarnations, and now that's how they start explaining about Varahadev. Okay, please stay muted. Okay, you can unmute when a question is asked. Vidura Uvacha स वै स्वयंभुवा सम्राट् प्रिया पुत्र स्वयंभुवा प्रतिलभ्या प्रियां पत्नीं किं चकारो तथो मुने. So they've been discussing about the Manvantara avatars, okay, the Swayambhuva Manu, the Maitreya Muni and Vidura. Okay, now Vidura is asking, oh great sage, what happened? What did Swayambhuva Manu do? The after getting a beautiful, loving wife. Okay, so Swayambhuva Manu is, see, Manu is always king of mankind. Okay, or the father of mankind, we can say. Okay, so Brahma creates the Prajapatis, Manus, and all of them to take care of the humankind in the on earth, in the material world. Okay, so our father is Swayambhuva Manu. We live upon the conditions, rules, and regulations framed by the Manu. There are different Manus. Okay, and here we are talking about Swayambhuva Manu. Okay, so there are a lot of different Manus, Manvantara avatars. There are a lot of Manus. They take turns and represent, exhibit their duties. Like how we have 5 years of prime minister's term, and then the next prime minister comes, right? In the same way, we also have different Manus. Okay, and here we are referring to Swayambhuva Manu. So now Vidura is asking, what did Swayambhuva Manu do after getting a loving wife? Okay. Charitam tasya rajarser adi rajasya sattama bruhi me shraddhadanaya vaivas vishvakshena shrayo hyasau. So the best of the virtuous, the original king of kings, Manu, was a great devotee of the personality of Godhead Hari, and thus it was worth hearing of his sublime character and activities. Please describe them. I am very eager to hear. When it comes to Krishna Katha, Krishna devotees are not interested in anything which is not related to Krishna. Okay, so here Vidura is a great devotee of Krishna, and he is interested in Swayambhuva Manu because Swayambhuva Manu is a devotee of Krishna, and Manvantara avatars, right? Krishna is, Swayambhuva Manu in a way is an incarnation, is a form of a Lord. He's a representative of the Lord. Okay, so indeed he's a devotee of Hari, and that's why it is not wrong inquiring about Manu. Okay, we need to, in fact, it is Punya Shravanam. Okay, we need to understand, hear about the sublime character and the activities of devotees like Swayambhuva Manu. Okay. Iti Shuka Uvacha iti Bhruvanam Viduram Vinitam Sahasrashishnas Charanopadanam Prahsta Roma Bhagavat Kathayam Praniyamanu Munir Abhyachasta. So Sri Shukadeva Goswami said, the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna was pleased to place his lotus feet on the lap of Vidura because Vidura was very meek and gentle. The sage Maitreya was very pleased with Vidura's words, and being influenced by his spirit, he attempted to speak. Vidura's greatness is being, told here in the shloka. Okay, so Vidura is a very great devotee of Krishna. Okay, and he was a surrendered soul to Krishna. Okay, one of the qualities or one of the symptom that says that you are a surrendered soul to Krishna is being meek and humble in front of the Lord and the acharyas and the Guru Parampara. Okay, we always need to be meek and humble. Okay, we always need to bow down. We always need to request, even if we are asking questions, inquiring. It should not be asked in a conditioned way or ordering, commanding way. Okay, we have to ask them in a submissive manner. Okay, they are all they are holding the lamp of knowledge and illuminating the path. We are in darkness. Acharyas and Krishna are holding the path, right? Jnana Deepena, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. He extinguishes the darkness of ignorance that we are all in with the lamp of knowledge. Okay, so that is the job of Acharyas and Krishna. So if they are taking us to the path of light, we have to respect them, right? We don't know anything, right? So we have to always be meek and humble and gentle in front of them. So that's how Vidura was. Okay, and that's why he that's why Maitreya Muni was pleased by Vidura's words. Okay, because Vidura's words was influenced by the spirit, by his spirit of devotion. Okay, and that's why Maitreya Muni was very liberal, answering all that Vidura wanted to know. Okay, Param Shushtrushanam Mahyam Syat Praja Rakshaya Nripa Bhagavamste Praja Bhartur Hishikesho Anutushyati. So, O king, if you can give proper protection to the living beings in the material world, that will be the best service for me. When the Supreme Lord sees you to be the good protector of the conditioned souls, certainly the master of the senses, he will be very pleased with you. Okay, as a king. So in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says in 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga, out of all humans, screen is not being displayed.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not being displayed.
It is visible for me.
It's visible. It's visible.
The slides are changing, right?
I'm not getting the
Yes, Mataji.
slide.
Sorry, the slides are changing.
Yes,
No.
Mataji. It is changing for me.
It's good
Okay.
for me.
Okay, maybe it's because of internet connection.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, Dinesh Prabhuji, it's probably because of the internet connection. Please check.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let me check. Okay, so in Vibhuti Yoga, Krishna says, out of all human beings, Krishna is the king. Krishna represents the king, right? The king is, Krishna is very, very pleased if king performs his duty of protecting the living beings properly in the material world. Okay, that is the best service one can ever offer to the Lord. Okay, being a king, okay, it could be a politician, it could be a leader, it could be anybody. Leader's job is to protect the if even if in the corporate world, okay, a manager's job is to protect the team members, right? Not just to lead and designate work. It's about protecting them as well. It's about listening to their needs as well, right? So that's the best service one can offer as a leader, as a king, as a politician, or basically as a leader. Okay, as and Krishna is going to be very pleased if they perform this particular duty. Okay, so Hrishikesha is the master of all the senses, and he will be very, very pleased. This is one of the lessons we all got to take back in today's world, right? And Swayambhuva Manu is one such personality. Okay, he used to make sure that all the the humankind was taken care, well taken care. Okay, Maitreya Uvacha परमेष्टित्वा अपां मध्ये तथा सन्नाम अवेक्ष्यगम कथम एनम समुन्नेष्य इतद्यौ दिव्यचिरम. So the Maitreya said, thus seeing the earth merged in the water, Brahma gave his attention for a long time to how it could be lifted. Okay, so what happens here is, we just saw, no, the king's duty is to protect the earth. Protect all the humankind, human beings in the earth. But what happened? Mother Earth in itself is hidden now, right? Hiranyaksha has hidden Mother Earth in itself. Now Brahma, as a in whatever happens in the material world, Brahma is supposed to be, taking care of it, right? All the devatas approach Brahma, and then if Brahma is not able to solve, then they all approach Vishnu, right? So Brahma gave his attention for a long time just to think about, how can we lift Mother Earth and place her back in the orbit, right? In the ecosystems, the solar system. And Maitreya Uvacha, okay, sorry, this slide is repeating. Okay, now Brahma's thoughts and appearance of Varaha avatar. Okay, so Brahma is now thinking, no, how to lift the Mother Earth back and keep her back in her place, right? Anybody wants to read? Hare Krishna. Yeah, Ramya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
When the demon Hiranyaksha hit the earth, Brahma beseeched Lord Narayana to rescue the earth from the clutches of the demon. A small boar then emerged from Brahma's nostrils and soon assumed gigantic proportions. The portrayal of the anthropomorphic Varaha is similar to the fourth avatar Narasimha, portrayed as a lion-headed man, who is the first avatar of Vishnu that is not completely animal. The Agni Purana describes that Varaha is depicted with a human body and boar head. Hare Krishna.
Haribol, thank you. Okay, so when Hiranyaksha hit the earth, no, Brahma, we already saw Brahma was thinking for a long time how to get back. Now, whatever problem happens, what do? We also learned this in Kurmavatar, right? Devotees always depend on Lords, whether small or big. Devotees always depend on Lord for the solution. Brahma is a devotee of the Lord. Brahma tried his level best, right? When he couldn't solve the problem, he went to Vishnu again, and then requested Lord Narayana to rescue the earth from the clutches of the demon. Now, what did Krishna do? What did Vishnu do? He took a boar's incarnation, right? Boar's form. And how did Varahadev come out? First time Varahadev came out through the nostrils of Brahma. Can you imagine? Nostrils of Brahma means boar was only so much, right? Very tiny. So cute and tiny boar came out from the nostrils of Brahma, and he came out and he began to grow gigantically. Okay, and he became huge. Varahadev became huge. Okay, that's why Prabhupada compares the ISKCON movement also to Varaha. Okay, um, like how small boar came out from Brahma's nostrils, it was just one branch of ISKCON which Prabhupada established, right? In New York. New York was the first branch where ISKCON center was established. Okay, slowly, what happened? Entire every nook and corner of this earth today, of this world, there is ISKCON center, right? So ISKCON grew so gigantically, right? So Prabhupada compares this. It was just a small one center that was established in New York, and today every nook and corner there is one ISKCON center. Every city has not just one, multiple ISKCON temples and multiple ISKCON centers, right? So beautifully he compares. And yeah, so we already discussed. So boar's incarnation is like the face is of boar, the head and all that, and the body is of human form. Okay, similar to Narasimha Dev. Okay. इति अभिधायतो नाशा विवरात् सहसा नघा वराहातो कुनिरागात् अनुगुष्टा परिमानकः. O sinless Vidura, all of a sudden, while Brahma was engaged in thinking, a small form of boar came out of his nostril. The measurement of the creature was not more than the upper portion of a thumb. So upper portion of a thumb. Can you imagine how small the boar was? Right? Cute and small, and through the nostrils of Brahma. See, that's why Krishna's plans can never be understood. Okay, it is by his own will that he creates situations, and he performs his pastimes. Okay, and this time he chose nostrils as the place to place of appearance of Varahadev. Okay, तस्याभिपश्यता कथास्ता शनेन किल भारत गजम मात्रा प्रवृद्धे तद adbhutam abhun mahat. So, O descendant of Bharata, while Brahma was observing him, that boar became situated in the sky in a wonderful manifestation as gigantic as a great elephant. Okay, as a great elephant. So first of all, from the nostrils, Varahadev came out and he flew. Okay, he flew and he was manifested in the sky. He was there in the sky. Okay, and in the sky he grew as a great elephant. Okay, this is a beautiful scene, we can just imagine. Okay, तस्याभिपश्यता क्मारीचि प्रमुखैर्विप्रहै कुमारैर्मनुना साह दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं तर्कायम् आसचित्रदा. So struck with wonder at observing the wonderful boar-like form in the sky, Brahma with great brahmanas like Marichi as well as the Kumaras and Manu began to argue in various ways. So Brahma is not alone. Okay, now he has the brahmanas like Marichi, and the Manu also is there with him, and the Kumaras. Okay, Kumaras are Brahma's sons. Okay, and they are brahmacharis, the four Kumaras. Okay, so they are all arguing, looking at this wonderful wonders. They are all wonderstruck and they are all talking amongst themselves. Okay, kim etat sukuravyajam satvam divyam avasthitam aho bhattashcharam idam nashayame vinishritam. So is this some extraordinary entity come in the pretense of a boar? It is very wonderful that he has come from my nose. Okay, now they are all wonderstruck. They don't know what is happening. They don't know who is he, right? They are like, who is this extraordinary entity? Okay, and it's so wonderful that he has come from my nose. That's what Brahma is saying. Okay, anything wonderful, no? Krishna says, ekam shena stito jagat, right? With a single fragment of my energy, I pervade this entire universe. And Krishna also says, right, in Vibhuti Yoga, whatever beautiful you see, whatever wonderful you see around you, make sure, remember me, that it is my energy. It is me who has created it. It is manifested by my energy, right? So here also something wonderful is happening. And so definitely it should be by the essence or the energy of the Supreme Lord. Drishto anughashto shiro matra chanad gandha shila sama apis vid bhagavan esha yajno me khedayan mana. First of all, this boar was seen no bigger than the tip of a thumb, and within a moment, he was as large as a stone. Okay, my mind is perturbed. Is he the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu? Okay, it's very common for a devotee to come to this conclusion. Anything wonderful happens, it is Krishna. There is Krishna's hand in it. Right? So here Brahma is saying he was not more than a tip of a thumb when he came out from my nostrils, and look at him now, he's grew so much. Right? So definitely he should be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan, right? So he can become the smallest of the smallest, and he can become the biggest of the biggest. Right? Krishna only has that part. He can become the lighter than the lightest, he can become heavier than the heaviest. No other entity has all these mystic powers, right? It's called Ashta Siddhi. It is the Ashta Siddhi, 8 mystic powers we get by doing meditation, Ashtanga Yoga. Okay, and Krishna can become the light. So when you do mystic yoga, you get the power to become the lightest, but Krishna can become lighter than the lightest. Okay, we might get the power to become the heaviest, but Krishna can become the heavier than the heaviest. Okay, so only Krishna has this power. So that's why Brahma came to a conclusion, this might be the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. Okay, इति महिमां सतस्तस्य ब्रह्मणा सह सन्निभि भगवान् यज्ञपुरुषो जागेन्द्र सन्निभा. So while Brahma was deliberating with his sons, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu roared tumultuously like a great mountain. Okay, so boar road. Okay, so you can see in the picture, right? So in the sky he is manifested, all this is happening in the sky, they are all looking up and seeing all this happening. Okay, and as Brahma was deliberating, boar started roaring. Okay, um, a male pig, right? So you can see the energy that Krishna had, right, when he rode. Now the praising of the Lord by the sages. So now after they come to a conclusion, saying that this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. Okay, now they start offering obeisances and start praying to the Lord. Okay, Brahmanam harshayam asa harishtamscha dvijottaman swagarjitena kakubha pratisvana sanayata vibhu. So the omnipotent Supreme Personality of Godhead enlivened Brahma and the other highly elevated Brahmanas, and again roaring with his uncommon voice, he echoed in all directions. Okay, so this was a very enchanting view for all the devotees who were present there. Okay, as you can see here, he was echoing, he was roaring, and that roar, the sound of the boar was echoing in all directions. Okay, it was spread, and he was all the Brahmanas were elevated looking at this wonderful sight. निशम्यते घरितं स्वकेदा क्षयिष्णु मायामयसूकरस्य जनस्तपातस्य निवासिनस्ते त्रिभिः पवित्रैर्मुनयो agranan sma. So when the great sages and thinkers who are residents of Janaloka, Tapoloka and Satyaloka heard the tumultuous voice of Lord Boar, which was all auspicious, sound of the all-merciful Lord, the chanted auspicious chants from the 3 Vedas. Okay. What is Janaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka? Any idea? Anybody knows? Anybody knows? Anybody knows Gayatri Mantra? Bhur Bhuvasvaha. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha. What is Bhur and
I know,
Bhuvasva?
ma'am.
Yes. What is
I
Bhur
know
and
Gayatri Mantra, but I don't know the meaning. I know the Gayatri Mantra.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So, the planetary systems are there, right? We have 14 planetary systems, right? And earthly planets are in the middle, where we all are staying. So, topmost is Brahmaloka. It is also called Satyaloka. Okay, topmost planet in the material universe. And then the bottommost is Patalaloka. So, topmost devotees reside, like Brahma. And then all heavenly planets come, right? Gandharvas and all the demigods, all of them reside. Then it is Earth, middle part where human beings like us reside. And then as we go further down, it is Patala Loka where all asuras and demoniac people reside. It's full of darkness in Patala Loka. There is no sunlight either. Okay. So, topmost section of the planetary system consists of these lokas. Okay, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka. They are all there. We have to do a lot of punya karma, austerities, penances to get that particular section of planetary system in our next janma. Okay, it's not easy to go there and live. Okay, in the same way, if we do a lot of bad karmas and if we become bad people, we get the bottommost part of the planetary system, Patala Loka, where asuras reside. Okay. So Tapoloka, Janaloka and Satyaloka, these are poised people reside there. Okay, so they can hear whatever pastimes that is happening in Varaha by Varaha Dev. These people, these residents can easily hear. Okay, because they are more poised compared to us. Okay, so they were hearing all these roaring and all that. They were able to see the all auspicious pastimes of Varaha Dev. Okay. Now, Tesham Sadatam Veda Vitantamurtir Brahmavadhaya Rathat Dharayatma Gunanuvadam Vinadhya Bhuyo Vibhudo Dadhaya Gajendra Lilo Jalam Avivesha. So, playing like an elephant, he entered into the water after roaring again in reply to the Vedic prayers by the great devotees. The Lord is the object of the Vedic prayers, and thus he understood that the devotees' prayers were meant for him. Okay. So, this is Shweta Varaha incarnation. Okay, where he is white, little bluish tinge. Okay, but he's more of white. Okay, so what did he do? Like how an elephant dives deep, performs his pastimes, no, I mean plays. So in the same way, so here in Bhagavatam, Varahadev's pastimes is compared to an elephant. Okay, how an elephant plays. He entered into the water, deep into the water. Okay, into the Garbhodaka ocean. Okay, after roaring, and in response to the Vedic prayers, as in Brahma had prayed, right? All the devotees had prayed to Vishnu to get back Mother Earth. So in response to those prayers, Varahadev dived deep into the ocean to get back Earth. Right now, how he gets back Earth, how he places her back in her place, we will be looking at it in the next class. Okay. So far, what did we understand? As Shweta Varaha, Varahadev now starts performing the pastimes. He enters the ocean. Okay, in search of Mother Earth. Okay, we end here, and we will see next class how he takes Mother Earth back and brings her up. Okay, so now I just want to conclude with the backstory of Hiranyaksha. How was Hiranyaksha born, and why was he born? Anybody knows? In short,
Diti's son.
yeah.
Uh,
Why was
Is
he
one
born?
of the Kumaras? I think he was one of the Kumaras.
No. Kumaras come in the story, but they are not Kumaras.
They were the Dwarpalaka, but due to the curse, either they can take many births and be away from God, or be demon and less.
Yeah, Hari Bol, yeah. So Jaya Vijay, they are two Dwarapalakas of Vaikuntha. Okay, they are the gatekeepers of Vaikuntha. Once what happened, Kumaras entered. They wanted to see Lord Vishnu. Okay, take the darshan of the Lord. But the Dwarapalakas did not allow Kumaras to enter. Right? So what did Dwarapalakas do when Kumaras wanted to enter? Anybody knows?
They stopped them, restricted them.
Yeah,
They
they stopped
cursed.
them and then,
Curse them.
sorry?
No, the
They
Kumaras
cursed them.
went forcefully, so they were cursed.
No. See, Dwarapalakas did not curse anybody. Dwarapalakas did not allow, Jaya Vijay did not allow Kumaras to enter. Okay. So they were restricting them very badly. Okay. But Kumaras are, who are they? They are pure devotees of Krishna, right? And that's why Kumaras got angry and Kumaras cursed the Jaya and Vijay. Okay. What was the curse?
Either they can stay away from God, become demons, they'll get moksha. I think it
No,
is
this was the
for
option
them.
given by Vishnu. So the curse was they had to go to the earth and stay as human beings. Okay, away from the Lord completely. They had to get human form of life and struggle in the material universe, because there is Maya, right, in the material world. So Maya attracts us and then takes us away from the Lord if we are not determined. So Kumaras cursed Jaya and Vijay, saying that you should go to earth and live like ordinary human beings there. Okay, this was the curse. And then what happened? They wanted, see, when the moment Jaya Vijay are also devotees of Krishna, right? So Krishna mercifully, Vishnu came and said, okay, if you have to relieve from this curse, I mean, if I have to relieve you from this curse, I can give you two options. And these two options were, as Mataji told, you can either take millions of births, multiple births as good human beings on earth and then come to me, or you can finish it off by taking less births, as demons, as demoniac creatures, and come to me as fast as possible. Okay. And then they did not want to stay away from the Lord. Jaya and Vijay are also devotees of the Lord, right? So they did not want to stay away from the Lord. So they told, okay, even if we become demons, it's fine, but we will take birth as demons and come back to you as fast as possible. Okay, so this was the choice they made. This was the choice given by Vishnu. Okay, and that's why in Satya Yuga they were born as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. 3 times they were born altogether. Anybody knows the list?
Ravana and Vibhishana.
No? Ravana and Kumbhakarna.
Sorry, Kumbhakarna.
Yeah,
And
and
one more.
Shishupala?
Shishupala and?
I don't
Kamsa,
remember.
right?
No, Shishupala and Dantavakra. Okay, Shishupala and Dantavakra. So Shishupala and Dantavakra, it comes in Dwapar Yuga, when Krishna comes and kills them. Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Ram comes and kills them. Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, one is killed by Varahadev, one is killed by Narasimhadev. Okay, so with this we end the class here, and in next class we will see how he goes into the ocean and picks up Mother Earth. Okay.